The Galactic Empire wanted General Elias Voss to die in agony, and so he did. They dragged him before the assembled ranks of Imperial stormtroopers, his body already broken from weeks of interrogation. High Inquisitor Syrinx, a gaunt figure clad in obsidian armor, watched with cold satisfaction as the restraints clamped down on Voss's wrists. The execution chamber hummed with the whine of plasma conduits, the air thick with the scent of scorched metal and sweat. Emperor Draken's holographic visage loomed overhead, his voice a velvet-edged blade. Let the galaxy see what becomes of traitors. The pain began with precision, neural whips carving burning sigils into Voss's flesh, his screams swallowed by the sound-dampening field. Syrinx leaned in, his breath a whisper against the general's ear. You could have served. Now you are nothing but a lesson. Voss spat blood, his remaining eye blazing. Lessons can be repeated. Then came the final stroke, a gravity hammer to the chest, crushing bone, bursting organs. The feed cut as his body hit the floor. 17 minutes later, the alarms blared. Security officers scrambled, their screens flickering with impossible footage, Voss, alive, stepping from the execution chamber as if the past hour had been a glitch. His wounds were gone. His uniform, pristine. Only his eyes carried the weight of something unnatural. Syrinx's fist shattered a console. Find him. Now. Across the star system, the rebellion's remnants intercepted the transmission. A whisper spread, the general has returned. And in the shadows between stars, Voss clenched his fists, remembering the feel of death, and the certainty that this time, he would not make the same mistakes. The hunt began in the ruins of Caldon Sector, where the Empire's grip had once been ironclad. Now, it was a graveyard of smoldering star cruisers and fractured orbital platforms, all destroyed with surgical precision. High Inquisitor Syrinx paced the bridge of his flagship, his reflection warped in the blood-smeared viewport. The reports were undeniable, General Elias Voss had done this. Again. He moves like he knows where we'll be before we do. Muttered a tactical officer, fingers trembling over the holodisplay. Syrinx backhanded him without looking. Is one man. Not a ghost. But the doubt festered. 3 outposts had fallen in as many hours, their defenses bypassed as if Voss had memorized every security protocol. At the 4th, Syrinx found the evidence he dreaded, a dead stormtrooper, his helmet cracked open, his last words scrawled on the wall in his own blood. He remembers that. Voss moved like a shadow through the wreckage of an Imperial barracks, his boots silent on the ash-streaked floor. The rebels with him, a ragged band of survivors, watched him with something between awe and fear. How did you know they'd left the reactor unguarded? Asked the young sniper, her voice hushed. Voss didn't answer. He'd seen this moment before. The sniper would die in 7 minutes, shot through the throat by a concealed drone. Last time, he'd warned her. Last time, she'd hesitated, and the drone had killed them both. This time, he said nothing. The explosion when the reactor blew was a silent bloom in the vacuum, but the shockwave rattled his teeth. Syrinx cornered the scientist in a dimmed lab on the edge of the Kessa system. The man, once a lead researcher on Project Kronos, was trying to erase his databanks when the stormtroopers dragged him back. You worked on temporal manipulation, Syrinx said, flipping a scalpel between his fingers. Explain Voss. The scientist's laugh was half a sob. You think he's cheating death? His reliving it. The device was supposed to save soldiers, loop them back minutes before fatal wounds. But Draken sabotaged it. It was never meant to be controlled. Syrinx stilled. How many times? However many it takes for him to win. The ambush was set on the derelict freighter Echo of Meridian a place Voss had died twice before. Syrinx waited in the cargo hold, his blade humming with restrained energy. When Voss stepped through the blast doors, he didn't look surprised. You're learning, Voss said. Syrinx struck. The fight was brutal, a dance of plasma and fractured time. Voss dodging blows he'd already endured, Syrinx adapting with vicious intuition. They crashed through a view screen, the shattered stars spinning around them. You're not invincible, Syrinx snarled, pressing his blade to Voss's throat. Just persistent. Voss smiled. You have no idea how many ways this can go. Then the freighter's core breached, and the explosion swallowed them both. Syrinx woke in medbay, his armor scorched, his lungs raw. The first thing he saw was the Emperor's hologram, coldly displeased. Asterisk, you let him die. Again. Asterisk. Asterisk, he came back before, asterisk, Syrinx said. Asterisk, and he will again, asterisk, Draken replied. Asterisk, but not forever. Find the machine. Break the loop. Asterisk. The transmission ended. On the floor beside Syrinx's cot, the scientist's last words were etched into metal, a warning or a plea. Asterisk, it's not a loop. It's a spiral. Asterisk. The asterisk echo of Meridian asterisk's wreckage still burned in high orbit when Syrinx received the coordinates, an encrypted pulse from a dead man's ship. Voss was waiting on the storm-lashed surface of Vareth 6, standing in the ruins of the first lab where Project Chronos had been born. The air smelled of ozone and rusted metal, the sky a bruised purple. Syrinx landed alone. Voss didn't turn. Asterisk, you're starting to remember too, aren't you? Asterisk. Syrinx's hand twitched toward his blade. Asterisk, I remember you dying. Asterisk. Asterisk, and I remember you helping me. Asterisk. Voss finally faced him, his eyes older than they should have been. Asterisk, 3 loops ago, you shot Draken in the back. 2 loops ago, you begged me to end this. Last time, you died holding the door open for my escape. Asterisk, he tapped his temple. Asterisk, it sticks, after a while. Asterisk. The wind howled between them. Syrinx tasted blood, his own, or maybe a memory of it. Asterisk, the Emperor said the machine corrupts. Asterisk. Asterisk, it does. Asterisk. Voss pulled back his sleeve, revealing veins threaded with silver. Asterisk, every reset fractures me a little. But Draken lied. It wasn't designed to save soldiers. It was meant to create weapons, ones that could asterisk unmake asterisk their enemies across time. Asterisk, he stepped closer. Asterisk, you felt it. The deja vu. The dreams. Asterisk. Syrinx's fingers curled. He asterisk had asterisk dreamed of this moment, down to the way the light caught the cracks in Voss's knuckles. They breached the Imperial vault together, Voss moving like a man walking his own funeral path. The machine sat at its center, a grotesque helix of black metal and pulsing wires, its core leaking chronal radiation. Syrinx's skin prickled. Asterisk, you want to destroy it. Asterisk. Asterisk, I want to asterisk use asterisk it, asterisk, Voss said. Asterisk, one final loop. Back to the beginning. Asterisk. Asterisk, to change what? Asterisk. Asterisk, everything. Asterisk. The alarms blared too late. Draken's voice boomed through the vault speakers, dripping with mock pity. Asterisk, oh, Elias. Still trying to be the hero? Asterisk, the doors sealed. Stormtroopers poured in. Voss didn't flinch. Asterisk, you always give the same speech. Asterisk. Syrinx looked at the machine, then at the troopers, then at Voss, really looked. The general's calm was absolute. Asterisk has done this before. Asterisk, the realization hit like a bullet. Asterisk is won before. Asterisk. And Syrinx, for the first time in 100 loops, chose a side. His blade took the first trooper's head before the man could fire. The fight was a blur of screams and shattered armor. Voss moved like a man with nothing left to lose, because he didn't, not anymore. Syrinx fought like a man who just discovered he could still choose. They reached the machine as the vault's self-destruct sequence ignited. Voss input the codes without hesitation. Asterisk, this sends me back to the execution chamber. To the first death. Asterisk. Asterisk, and me? Asterisk. Asterisk, you'll remember. Asterisk. Voss gripped his shoulder. Asterisk, or you won't. That's the gamble. Asterisk. Draken's hologram flickered above them, his fury turning to fear as the machine's hum climbed to a scream. Asterisk, you'll unravel time itself. Asterisk. Voss smiled. Asterisk, only the bad parts. Asterisk. The detonation was blinding. Syrinx woke on the floor of the execution chamber, his skull splitting. The air reeked of burned flesh. Before him, Voss's corpse cooled on the tiles. Then the dead man gasped. The stormtroopers recoiled. Syrinx, still on his knees, met Voss's newly opened eyes, and asterisk remembered Star. The loops. The fights. The choice. Voss mouthed 2 words, asterisk, your turn. Asterisk. The Emperor's voice cracked like a whip. Asterisk, kill him again. Asterisk. Syrinx stood. Turned. And drove his blade through Draken's heart. Silence. Then chaos. Across the galaxy, rebellions ignited in unison, as if they'd been waiting for this moment. And in the heart of the storm, Voss rose, alive once more, and whispered to the future. Asterisk again. Asterisk. The throne room was silent except for the steady drip of the Emperor's blood. Voss stood over Draken's corpse, his breath ragged, the weight of countless deaths pressing against his ribs. Cyrix's blade was still buried in the Emperor's chest, his grip white-knuckled, his eyes wide with the shock of what he'd just done, what he'd chosen to do. The stormtroopers hesitated, their weapons raised but their loyalty fracturing. One by one, their barrels lowered. You remember, Voss said. It wasn't a question. Cyrix yanked his blade free. Enough to know this isn't over. The machine's final pulse had sent ripples through time, but not erased it. The Empire still stood. The war still raged. And somewhere in the void, the remnants of Project Chronos were already whispering, another machine, another loop, another chance for the Empire to claw back its victory. They fled to the ruins of Kessa Station, a skeletal husk drifting in dead space. The rebels who met them there wore the hollowed look of people who had died before. Voss didn't need to ask how many loops they'd lived through. He saw it in the way they flinched at his voice, as if they'd heard it echo in their dreams. The machine wasn't the only one, said Lyra, the sniper who should have died on the barracks floor. She pulled up a star map, her fingers trembling. Draken built a prototype. Smaller. Portable. His inquisitors have it now. Cyrix's jaw tightened. Then we're not just fighting an empire. We're fighting time itself. Voss studied the map. A single coordinate pulsed red. Then we go where time won't follow. The Eclipse More was a black hole research facility, abandoned after its scientists had torn a hole in reality. The Inquisitors had turned it into a fortress. Cyrix watched the facility's jagged silhouette grow in the viewport, his reflection fractured by the static crawling across the glass. You've been here before. Twice, Voss said. First time, we died in the gravity surge. Second time, we made it inside. What happened then? You tell me. Cyrix's fingers twitched. A memory flickered, cold metal, a screen that wasn't his, a choice between two doors. He gritted his teeth. It's getting worse. The echoes. Voss didn't answer. The facility loomed. They breached the lower decks in silence, cutting through the Inquisitors like ghosts. The holes twisted in ways that hurt the eye, the air thick with the scent of burnt copper. The prototype was in the core, suspended over the maw of a singularity. It was smaller than Voss had expected. A single gauntlet, its surface crawling with silver veins. One loop left, whispered a voice from the shadows. Inquisitor Malak stepped into the light, the gauntlet already fused to his arm. His skin was peeling back at the edges, revealing something gleaming and alien beneath. The Emperor promised me eternity, he said, flexing his fingers. But you kept taking it. The first time loop struck before Voss could move. He woke on the floor of the execution chamber. Again. Draken's hologram flickered. The stormtroopers raised their rifles. Voss braced for the pain. And then Cyrix's blade was through the Emperor's chest, again, but this time he was shouting, the gauntlet. It's in the, The loop reset. Voss woke gasping in the ***''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''''' the gauntlet Malak was laughing, the gauntlet pulsing. You see? You can't win. Every move you make, I undo. Every death, I reverse. Cyrix's grip tightened. How many times? Enough, Voss said. He lunged, not at Malak, but at the singularity's edge. The Inquisitor's eyes widened. You'll erase us both. Only the bad parts, Voss repeated, and let gravity take him. The last thing he saw was Cyrix diving after him. Darkness. Then. A hand grabbed his wrist. Voss blinked. He was hanging over the void, Cyrix straining to pull him back. The gauntlet was gone. Malak was gone. The facility shuddered around them, reality stitching itself back together. This time, Asterisk Cyrix gritted out, asterisk we do it asterisk right star. Asterisk. The collapse swallowed the words. But for the first time in 100 loops, Voss believed them.